especially now that I'm in Bangkok, it is amazing how much magic they practice here. Is the magic real? Is it authentic, black or white? Stay with me on this episode to find out what people do commonly in Thailand to change their luck using magic. Nation in the world owns a certain tradition of magic, not that of David Copperfield or street magic, but the changing and bending of natural elements like earth, wind, water and fire, and the manipulation of spirits. With the use of will, intent, power of the mind, sacred geometry, symbols, incantations and rituals, magicians summon these forces to listen to their commands. Some think it is superstition or a psychological effect of catharsis, but most of us do believe or want to believe that there is always a little magic that can help us to get what we want. The big question remains, can magic really change or improve our lives? In this exciting episode, we will take you to meet Arjarn Sompit, a Lassi or spiritual hermit who sits in a wok of boiling hot oil to produce a magic potion. But before that, let's first find out how in Thailand, by sleeping in a coffin, it is said to reverse a person's bad luck. Sawadee. Okay. The coffin ritual, or the nolom, is normally carried out at a Buddhist temple on certain occasions. However, at Wat Tamai Temple, the abbot has arranged a special session for the Paranormal Zone. This is a coffin. We relate it to death. How about when you're still alive, you lie in this coffin to change your luck? As you can see, there are threads tied in a geometrical pattern just right below the ceiling. The magical power, or the saksit, generated by the chanting of the monks, is transmitted to the person sleeping in the coffin through the string that he holds onto while lying down. The other end of the strings are held by the monks. The Thais normally believe in the sadhu crow ceremonies, the coffin ritual being one good example. It is a practice that chases away bad luck. When a person lies inside the coffin, he will imagine all the bad things leaving through his feet, and the chanting by the monks will also purify all negativities. Let us now speak to Kunbon and find out about his experience of this coffin ritual. When you were lying in there, it was about 10 to 15 minutes. Were there anything coming to you?
I felt like I was in a deep sleep. I could still hear the monks chanting. When the monks asked me to open my eyes, I felt very fresh. I don't know why, but now I feel better than before. I was feeling unhappy, sad, sick, and I don't know why. It is a Thai belief that a ritual like Nolom will get rid of bad luck.
Would you do this again? Maybe once every 3 months or 2 times a year?
No. I am not sure. This is my first time. It depends on what happens next. If I need help, I might come back or try something else. I just want to be happy. To understand how magic really works, I have decided to speak with Dr. Matthew Kosuta from Mahidol University, who holds a doctorate degree in religious studies. Can you explain to me, from your academic perspective, why is there such a strong faith in magic?
From an academic perspective, you get a variety of theories from one, this idea that simply doing the ritual is cathartic. It'll release the tension. You're worried about your job, say, or you're worried about your spouse. And if you do some sort of magic ritual or go to a fortune teller, you'll just feel psychologically better. And magic is generally taken to be one very ritualistic, and the ritual will produce a result. It's almost mechanistic also, in that I do A, B, C, and this is going to produce this. While religion moves to where you're not actually trying to force something to happen. You're actually asking, or you're in a relationship, so that if you pray to God, but you might pray to the Spirit because you would like to get something, but you can't force or expect it. So this idea of sympathetic magic, like produces like. We need rain. So if we pour water and we pour it through something and it looks like rain, it's going to have this connection and you can get it. The same with black magic with dolls. This is the contagious magic, where if I have something from you, your hair, your fingernail, now I've got something that belonged to you, I can create a doll. So this was in direct contact with you. The doll is similar to you, so it's like, and it's contact with contact. I can do a spell on this doll and it will have an effect on you.
Are there real supernatural forces that are involved in magic spells that change our luck? Or is it a feel-good factor at play, as what Dr. Matthew called catharsis, a process of tension release? We have also spoken to Kunot, who participated in the coffin ritual on behalf of her son who is sick. This is her story.
My son has leukemia. It has been 2 years. He is in the hospital now. I was told about this ritual, so I came to get help.
When you went to sleep inside the coffin, you brought a bag. May I know what was inside?
Because my son is hospitalized, I took his hair and nails and slept in the coffin to represent him.
Hair and the nail.
I pray to the gods and wish that my son will recover from leukemia and come home soon and lead a normal life again.
โยมเอามือเคาะลง3 ครั้งลูก แล้วก็ก้าวขาข้างใด
Every day, I will do all types of ceremonies for my son to be fine. I will do anything. My family and I are not giving up. We want him to be healthy again and return home.
Good luck. Sometimes, believing in a little magic may help to change the course of a person's life. In this case, Kunot's son, to recover from leukemia. What do you think? Memo is a healer, exorcist, and fortune teller. She is performing a magic ritual known as Longna Metta to help those who seek for her guidance and services. She uses her unconditional love and kindness to improve their lives, luck, and to get rid of any dark energy. Longna Metta is said to enhance one's aura and increases our affinity and positive connection with people. Before the ceremony begins, Memo will call upon her master, which is the source of her power, and also pay respect to the land deities to ensure that there will be no disturbances during the session.
First of all, thank you for your time and for being on this show and explaining to myself and the audience about what we're going to find out about this ritual. What are the key areas in life that this ritual helps?
Most of the people come to see me on relationship issues. Next is career and lastly health. But mostly are people, both men and women, with problems in their marriage or relationship. But I believe that love is important. If there is love in your life, everything like career and money will fall into place.
Rituals and ceremonies are crucial to the creation and invocation of magic, as explained by Dr. Matthew. In Longna Metta, by performing certain actions with the right intention ritualistically, it brings forth a certain effect that is desirable to the recipients.
I put this rose leaf behind my left ear and also her left ear to symbolize that we are both women and we are the same. I will support her and help her achieve what she wants. If she wants luck, I am also like her. If she wants love, I am also like her. We mirror each other. This is a special type of grass that I use to hit the head and the back of the people who come to see me to remove all the evilness in them.
I
can feel a strong energy when Memo hits me on the head with the grass and when she spits the alcohol away.
I could feel an energy that made me shiver during the ceremony.
Many people go to masters like yourself to change their luck. Can you give me a little bit about what you think about that and whether the luck can change?
I believe that those who come to me are suffering. And the magic I do, they have to believe in it, and they must also believe in me, and the rituals and ceremonies will help them. If they do, then everything can work out fine. Things can change, but they must also be willing to change themselves.
I have asked Memo, what if the people who visit her become addicted to the magic spells and rituals, and they become dependent on her?
Those who receive Longna Metta from me are much better after that. I will give them some guidelines to follow to be a good person. They don't have to come back to see me like once a year or something, but if they want to visit and talk to a friend, I welcome them. There is no need to do ceremonial magic all the time.
อาจารย์ของแม่หมอด้วยแล้วก็
I don't see it as an addiction, but when I have faith in Memo and her masters, when I receive Longna Metta for the first time, it inspires me to continue to do good things, and this creates positive result and makes me want to do more good deeds.
Both the recipients of Memo's Longna Metta, Kun Pu and Kun Tang, have claimed that the magic helped them to gain more self-confidence. In fact, Kun Pu, who is a salesman, said that his sales volumes increased after that. Did the magic really work? Or was it a matter of sheer luck? Earlier in this episode, I met with Dr. Matthew Kosuta, who also brought me to Wat Sri Satong to worship Pra Rahu, a black demonic god. It is said that by praying to him, we can clear away misfortunes and bad luck. Let's find out more. Before we meet Arjarn Sompit and witness how he sits in boiling hot oil to make magical medicinal potion, I am now at Wat Sri Satong with Dr. Matthew Kosuta to experience firsthand the magical worship of Pra Rahu to changing luck. All offerings made to Pra Rahu must be in black, as it represents the absorption of negativity in return for positive changes and outcomes.
Well, Pra Rahu, originally you can just see that he's considered the demon that causes eclipses. This demon is trying to eat the moon or the sun. And so you would have these rituals to make a lot of noise to drive him away. But this is also tied in with traditional Thai astrology, which is tied in with Vedic Indian astrology. Because he does something bad, like eat the sun, he's also considered to be bad luck in general. On an astrological chart, you will have Rahu in your chart, and so at certain times of your life, he's going to be causing you a hard time or bad luck.
If the presence of Rahu in your astrological chart is a bad sign, wouldn't people want to just get rid of Rahu as opposed to build a whole temple in worship of him?
Originally, this was usually you would be told by an astrologer or a fortune teller that Rahu is causing trouble, and you go and just ask Rahu to leave you alone. But at some time, it seems there was this shift. Well, wait a minute. Rahu's bad, but he's not all bad, and he has good qualities. He's a quick thinker. He's very crafty.
Okay.
He's charming.
In order to make sure that no bad luck befalls them, many people in Thailand from all generations come to this temple to pray to Rahu, to appease him so that he would not bring havoc into their lives. One of the ways is to offer some songs and dance to this demonic god.
This temple is fairly new. When I say new, 20 years or so. So this phenomenon of Rahu being something good to come and get good from Rahu is more new. The idea that Rahu's bad and you need to appease him just to have him leave you alone has been in Thai tradition for quite some time.
So therefore, the worship of Rahu is from fear.
Yeah.
So if you worship someone like Rahu, are you not manipulating karma?
This is what would be an argument, is are you trying to change your karma? It's pretty strict. That's not really what you can do. But it just seems a general phenomenon in Thai culture that there's going to be ways around it. But in the end, if it doesn't work, people would say your karma was too strong, you couldn't change it.
Sri Satong, we are now at Arjarn Sompit's Guru Day celebration, or Waikru, where we watch Arjarn Sompit placing himself into boiling hot oil. When he sits in the boiling oil, it is not to show off, but to bless the oil and charge it with energies for healing and protection.
What he's sitting on, which looks like sand, is actually loads and loads of herbs. And underneath those herbs, you have a layer of lemongrass as well as kathas, which is the prayers recited onto cloth. And he's actually sitting on top of all that. 77.9. It's still so hot without the fire underneath. Imagine if there is the fire still burning, it's definitely higher than this. It is a pretty amazing sight. This is the first time I'm seeing this, and I'm sure for many of you as well.
Nearly 50 years ago, when I was 12, I saw some monks meditating in hot oil, and I wanted to try. So I put my fingers into the oil, see if it would burn or not. My finger did not burn, and so I started practicing boiling oil meditation.
Can you explain to me what is the purpose of this hot oil ritual?
I sit in the hot oil to bless it with my spiritual energies, to help the people who use the oil. It is for healing physical illness and pains, and also for protection against evil spirits. When I sit in the oil, I'm in meditation, and in that state, my master, who is in the form of the spirit of a lassi, would come into me. With my view and intent, my mind can control the spirit. It is this that protects me from harm and empowers the oil. It is from the mind.
From what I can observe generally in Thailand, people are quite dependent on magic. Would you, as a master, explain to them that they cannot rely 100% on magic?
The belief in magic and having a spiritual practice gives the mind something to hold on to in our daily life, especially when things go wrong. So if we chant, pray and meditate every day, this becomes our strength when we are experiencing a downtime.
Arjarn Sompit said that the oil also gives protection and faith to his students. To prove the magical power of the oil, Arjarn Sompit performed an invincibility act of slashing his student with a sharpened knife, which is something he will only do with a trusted disciple.
You have seen praying to Rahu, sleeping in a coffin to change your luck, and also to use oil from a master who oils himself in it to give you protection and healing. At the end of it all, what is all this magic all about other than faith? I do feel that there is a lot of feel-good factor, a lot of hope in this magic. To elevate some pain, to bring back some happiness, although maybe only temporarily, because at the end of it all, you need to live your life. And there is also one thing we can never ignore, and that is karma. Like I always say, what we see may not be real, and what is real, we may not see.